Born and raised in Enderby, BC, Muhammad William converted to Islam as an adult. He was recently disheartened by comments made in response to a Castanet article about another Muslim in the Okanagan feeling backlash following the Charlie Hebdo attacks. He feels he knows both sides of the story. He was born a non-Muslim and wants to take the time to give context as to how an Okanagan Muslim sees the world. Muhammad William contacted Castanet and asked for the opportunity to respond.
Islam itself is a religion of peace. I know you've probably heard that before, and it gets mixed up along the way. So there's, when you see things take place, let's call it what it is, these people are murderers. They're not anything more, anything less. You can call them a Muslim, you can call them a Christian, a Jew, a Buddhist, or an atheist, but a crime is a crime, and the perpetrator is labeled as such. For us, it's completely against Islam, completely forbidden for me to harm anyone.
However, when the attacks in Paris occurred, the label Islamic terrorists was used.
They're instantly labeled as Islamic terrorists or Islamic extremists. And those two words, four words, they don't go together, like Islam and extremism. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, do not be extreme in your religion, like in your ibadah, your worship. So for myself, I can't be extreme in that. I can't be extreme in any aspect of my life.
Then instead, what does Islam teach?
Islam teaches you to live in the world as if you were a traveler, meaning you're only here for a moment, so live it as best you can. Don't step on other people's feet, don't hurt anyone else, treat others how you want to be treated.
Some comments in the story questioned the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, claiming his messages were radical.
Look into the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and you'll be shocked, because it's completely against everything that you see going on in the Muslim world. It's against the violence, it's against the oppression, it's against corruption, it's against all of those things. So people, obviously, they pick and choose and what suits themselves.
Muhammad William says Muslims are quick to defend the honor of Prophet Muhammad.
When someone makes a mockery of our mother, we would be very offended. Now, if they're making a mockery of our mother and posting it on the front of 1 million magazines for the world to see, we have a right to be upset. I would be upset, you would be upset, everyone would be upset, right? So this is a person whom we revere more than our mother, more than our father, more than than anything. So we're insulting him, and obviously the Muslims have to understand that. How would he react? Because obviously the way we're reacting is completely wrong. We don't react with violence, that's not the Islamic way.
There's also the misunderstanding of the word jihad, according to Muhammad William.
But the word jihad is to struggle. And there's many different kinds of jihad. So for example, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was coming back from an expedition with his companions. And he said, you're now leaving the small jihad, which was a battle, was war. He said, you're leaving the small jihad for the big jihad, which is the jihad against yourself, your own desires.
While living in Vernon, Muhammad William says he's not experienced the same backlash as Ahmad, the Muslim Canadian in the Castanet story. Muhammad William would like anyone who has any questions or would like to have an open discussion about Islam to contact him at the email below. For Castanet News, I'm Jen Zielinski.